you're looking for an alternative to your guests throwing rice at you after your reception, a wedding sparkler departure is the perfect alternative. So in this video, I wanted to give you guys a couple of tips on how to make that go smoothly. So my first tip would be to buy wedding sparklers. Don't go to your typical fireworks store and buy sparklers there. Make sure you buy wedding specific sparklers. You can get them online, they're pretty easy to get. And you want those because they're smokeless. So you don't want smoke all in your face, you don't want smoke in your pictures, and your photographer, he'll just love you for those. So definitely get wedding specific sparklers for your departure. My next tip would be to buy the 36-inch sparklers. They come a little smaller than that, they come in different sizes, but you want to get the sparkler that's as long as possible because they blow out pretty quickly. So get the 36-inch sparklers. My next tip would be to make sure that your guests form a wide pathway for you guys to walk down. So if you have a wedding planner, she'll do this for you. If you have a designated person to orchestrate the departure, just make sure your guests form a wide pathway. And then when they get the sparklers, make sure they hold the sparklers up and not out at you. Like, this is real fire, guys. You don't want smoke, or you don't want sparks getting on your dress. You don't want sparks getting in your hair. I mean, you just want to make this departure as safe as possible. So again, make sure your guests form a wide pathway and make sure they hold the sparklers up in the air and not out at you. My next tip would be to have some sort of container close by. So whoever's orchestrating the departure can just grab that, go down the aisle and collect the sparklers immediately. Because what usually happens is, after you guys get in your getaway car, your guests are just kind of stuck holding the sparklers, or they'll play with them, or they're putting it in each other's faces, and you don't want that. Sometimes they'll even put them on the floor or drop them on the ground of your venue, and I know you don't want that either. So it's a good tip to have some sort of container close by. I've used a champagne bucket in the past. Sometimes I put a little bit of water at the bottom, and I'll just scoop it up and just go down the pathway and just collect all the sparklers like that. And my last tip would be just to make sure that you walk down the pathway and not run. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. This is the only day you're going to do this. And with a sparkler departure, you can't really redo it. There's no redos in this. So make sure you walk down the aisle slowly, wave bye to your guests, hug and kiss everybody, and just give your photographer enough time to get all the pictures that they need to make sure that you'll have that for your wedding album. And so I'll tell you guys how I usually do it. So when I have a couple that wants to have a sparkler departure, I will ask the DJ to make an announcement after the reception's over. All the guests will come outside. I'll have them form a wide pathway. I'll first explain to them what's going to happen in the process. Then I'll pass out the sparklers to everybody. And then I'll go down the line and probably light every third or fourth person sparkler. And then all the guests share that spark. You don't go down the pathway and light every sparkler, because that just takes way too long, because it's sort of a timing thing. And then you want the couple to come down the pathway immediately. Once they come down and get in that getaway car, I'll grab the container, go down the aisle, collect everyone's sparklers, and that's it. So usually if you follow that order and you follow those tips, you will have the perfect sparkler departure. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, be sure to shoot me an email. And I want us to stay connected. I want us to share ideas. I would love for you to comment on things. So go to my Facebook page, like my Facebook page, or you can go to my website. It's janeleliseevents.com. Join my email list, and I will be sure to shoot you an email every time I post a new video like this. And that's it, guys. So until next time, happy planning.